Hey guys, what is up? It is Spooky Noodles, and I am back with another tag. I just couldn't help myself. This tag looks so much fun, and as you know, I love tacos. Tacos are my favorite food ever. I haven't found a better food yet than tacos. Tacos are good with meat. Tacos are good with not meat. Tacos are good with beans. No matter how you eat a taco, tacos are good. They're delicious. I love them so freaking much. I cannot get enough tacos in my life. Every time my mom's like, "What do you want for dinner?" I say tacos because tacos are the best. And yes, I still live with my mother. Don't judge. That's all I can say. Today we are here with the Talk About Books book tag. At least that's what I believe it's called. I always do this where I'm always second guessing myself. Let's talk this Taco-Bout books tag. That's what it's called. And it was created by Reading and Retail. I don't usually shout them out, but she's a newer channel, so go give her some love. I don't know if she does horror books, but yeah, she seems cool, so go give her some love. So let's start off with the first question. Soft shell, a character that holds a soft place in your heart. So this was difficult. I had to think about it, and all my coming of age stories, I have soft spot for the characters in those coming of age stories. So I had to think long and hard about this, and I decided it was a tie between two characters. The first character, and I forgot what the name of the character was. Let me really quickly flip through this book. I'm hating myself for forgetting his name. Oh yeah, that's it, Mr. Ledbetter. So let me change my answer here because I wrote the wrong name. I just want to make sure I had the right name. Mr. Ledbetter from Fear, from Ronald Kelly's book. I messed that up. Mr. Ledbetter from Fear by Ronald Kelly. I'll hold the book up. And then the second character is Slim from the Traveling Vampire Show by Richard Lehman. So Mr. Ledbetter is a black blues player. He plays the guitar, or like he calls it, the git box. He's amazing, and I'm not gonna ruin the book for you, but there's a scene with him involved that is very, very sad. It almost made me cry. I read this last year, and just near the end of the year, and it was just amazing. And when I read the last few chapters, I was almost bawling my eyes out. I wanted to throw the book across the room. It just affected me hard, and Ronald Kelly was like, "Sorry," and I'm like, "It's okay." The way you struck that emotion in me was crazy. So yeah, Mr. Ledbetter in Fear, and then Slim from the Traveling Vampire Show. She's just your average 17-year-old. I think that's how old she was, 17 or 18. I can't remember. It kind of acted like 14-year-olds, but that was besides the point. She was an archer. She had a lot of character, which is surprising for a female in a Richard Lehman book, because from my understanding, Richard Lehman doesn't give his females much character. They're just people, flesh, you know. And yeah, he actually gave Slim some character in this book, and I enjoyed her a lot. Every scene with her was amazing. She was funny, and yeah. So those are the two characters that hold soft spots in my heart: Mr. Ledbetter and Slim from the two books aforementioned, or whatever. So next question. Hard shell, a character that hardens your heart. You do not like them. So this was easy. I had to go once again to the Traveling Vampire Show, and I had to say Rusty. Rusty, like from the beginning of the book, Rusty just seems like a normal kid, but as the book goes on, you realize that Rusty is not your normal kid or teenager. He's got problems, and his antics frustrate me, and so I really didn't like him that much. In the beginning of the book, I didn't mind him, but as the book transpired, I just started disliking him, and then when he hits his sister, I was done with him. I wanted him to die. So I know that's kind of rude of me. That shows what kind of morals I have, but you don't hit your sister. I mean, when you're younger, maybe in your maybe 10s, or when you're 11, maybe you do, but the force of your punch doesn't really have that much effect when you're young. But when you're older, yeah, don't hit your sister. So Rusty from the Traveling Vampire Show. So number 3, Tostada, a book that fell completely flat. I said fat, my bad. Completely flat. I don't have the book on me. I decided to get rid of it. I did not finish it. It was a DNF. I read 200 and something pages in that book and just couldn't do it anymore. The book was boring, and I just couldn't get into it. And that was Bite by Richard Lehman. Not much to say other than it was just really boring. They were driving through the desert most of the book, and yeah, and it was him being perverted almost the whole time, so it was really lame. Number 4, a Burrito, a book that wraps you up, pulls you in from the beginning of the story. So I don't have the book on me. It's an ebook, so yeah. But WZMB by Andre Duza, that book got me from the get-go, and I enjoyed every little bit of it. And yeah, it's just an amazing book. Andre Duza is the find of the year so far. I just enjoy his writing a lot. I think he has a new. I think I have a new favorite author. Well, tied for my favorite author, because you can't really top the top authors I have right now, which is Ronald Kelly is my favorite author. Then you have Andre Duza. And then I like Kathy Koja a lot. I wouldn't say she's my favorite, but she's up there. Graham Masterton's up there. But yeah, Ronald Kelly wrote my favorite book, so he obviously has to be my favorite author of all time. And then you have Andre Duza, who wrote another book I liked a lot. So yeah, Richard Lehman's getting up there. If he didn't write Bite, then I would be like showering Richard Lehman with gold. Not like a golden shower though. Yeah, because Traveling Vampire Show for the longest time was my favorite book until Fear topped it. And yeah, Richard Lehman is fantastic. I'm reading Island, and Island is fantastic. And I read the Woods Are Dark, and I thought that was okay. I think I gave it either 3 or 4 stars. I'm not sure. I think 3 stars. It just didn't. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. Like, half the book was bad, half the book was good. And by half of the book, I mean like the scenes with the father of the family, the way he goes deranged and acts like a animal. Those scenes were good. But the other scene with the love interest and all that stuff was boring. So, yeah. But yeah, Richard Lehman would be one of my favorite authors if it wasn't for Bite. Bite was just horrible, and I can't believe he wrote that. So, number 5, Mexican Rice, a side dish, a book that will always have you will always have and can reread and enjoy. So I don't have the book on me, so which is kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Not redundant. Which is ironic because of the question is saying that you will always have on you. I gave this book to my mom, and ever since then I don't know where it is. The book is called A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. Anytime I feel like it, I'll go and buy the book. It's an amazing book. It makes me feel, and I just love the book a lot. So it means a lot to me. Monster Calls by Patrick Ness is just a beautiful book. And if you've ever had dealt with cancer in any way, either having it or seeing someone pass away with it, or just having it in general, it will make you shed a tear. In fact, it probably will make you shed a tear regardless if you have had a parent. Just losing a parent is hard, and yeah. So number 6, taco salad. Talk about a salad, am I right? This salad has many ingredients. A book with many genres. So, I didn't really get the question for this quite frankly. But I'm gonna have to go with The Stickmen by Edward Lee. What I wrote down is that it's the one I'm currently reading. This book, by the way. It's both science fiction and horror, but it's mostly horror. It's a very fun read so far. I enjoyed the little codes from the FBI and CIA and all that razzle dazzle. I am 114 pages into it, and it's going well so far. There's only 195 pages in it, I believe. 195 pages. So I am like 80% or 80 more pages to go, like 81 pages more to go. And yeah, this one is definitely, well, it's more horror than sci-fi, but it has 2 genres, so, and that's the most I've ever gotten is a book with 2 genres. I haven't really read a book that has many genres in it. Like, I've read coming-of-age horror, which is a subgenre and a genre, so I don't know if that counts, but yeah, science fiction and horror right here. So next question, Mexican pizza. My brother loves Mexican pizzas, by the way. This pizza has more than one layer. A book that has a series. So, I haven't really read a book with a series before, but I did start 2 books that have sequels. And I believe they're working on, the authors are working on the 3rd book installments of the series. So, I'm gonna go with Cassandra Calls, Persons Non Grata series, and Michael Patrick Hicks's the Salem Holly series. I read the first book in both series, Hammers on Bone by Cassandra Call, and Michael Patrick Hicks, The Resurrectionists in the Salem Holly series. Both great books. Hammers on Bone was amazing, and The Resurrectionist was amazing. So I had to give it a shout out to those 2 books. And next question is number 8, Mild Sauce. A mild book that was just okay, nothing exciting. So I don't have the book on me, at least I don't think I have the book on me. If I do, then I'm surprised I have the book anymore, or I still have the book. And that's Mongrels by Stephen Graham Jones. What's to say about this boring book? It didn't leave an impact at all. I didn't connect with it at all. I just didn't enjoy it, and I tried really hard to get into it. I read the audiobook, or I listened to the audiobook, and I just couldn't get into it. It just was boring to me, and yeah, and then I was gonna read The Only Good Indians, but I hear a lot of people say that one is boring as well, and I'm a little hesitant to read Stephen Graham Jones now. But I hear he has a new book. I was declined for a request of the book, which makes sense. I don't think it's anything personal, but they saw that I only reviewed one book, and they were like, nah, this guy isn't a reviewer. So yeah, but I did get accepted recently for a book that I'm already started, and it's so good so far. I've read 3 pages, but it's really good so far. It's called I think it's called Voodoo Hearts, and it's by John Everson. And if you don't know, I have an autographed book by John Everson. It's called Siren, and it has a mermaid on the cover. And yeah. But yeah, I'm really happy that I got accepted for that book. It sounds super interesting, and it's written in the first person, and I love when that happens. So yeah. So the last question, number 9, is Fire Sauce, a book that was on fire from beginning to end. And I didn't want to continue saying Fear or The Traveling Vampire Show. This book is hella dusty, by the way. I don't know why it's so dusty. But I didn't want to continue saying the same books over and over and over again. Like, I don't want to beat a dead horse. Like, oh yeah, Fear's great, by Ronald Kelly. And The Traveling Vampire Show is great, by Richard Lehman. And they were good from beginning to end. But I wanted to put a new book in this slot. So just to make... I didn't want to continue to say the same book over and over again. So I did Within the Woods by Tony Urban. This book was good from beginning to end. The kids were fun. It was like watching someone's or reading someone's childhood, and it was fun. I like the whole bike scene where they're like doing what do you call it? Javelin, or not javelin. Is it javelin? When they're doing the thing where they ride the bikes and they have like a pole or a mop or a broom or something, and then they collide with each other and knock each other off the bikes. I think it's javelin racing. Javelin. I think that's the thing, the tool used, or not tool, but the weapon used is javelin. But what was it called? I don't remember. But anyways, that scene was amazing. The scene where the kid has... Well, I don't want to ruin this whole book for you guys. But there's a lot of good scenes in this book. It was good from beginning to end. It's not a small book by any... It's 360 pages. So check this book out. Tony Urban is a small-time indie author, and seriously, this is a really good book. Not recently, but I don't want to say my friend because I don't think he's my friend just yet. We talk, but we're not really friends. But what's his name? Leon, I think his name is. Leon, the Paperback Maniac. He read this book and enjoyed it too, and he's got great taste in books, so that's why I bring him up. But Within the Woods by Tony Urban is just a fantastic book. I'm covering his name, by the way. That's how you spell his name. Tony Urban's just an amazing writer. I'm thinking about trying some more books by him, but he doesn't have that many books out. He has a series going about zombies, but I'm not sure about that. But I don't know if he has any solo books out right now. I'm looking. Also by Tony Urban, Life of the Dead books 1 through 5, Hell on Earth. Oh, so he does have some. He has some. Oh no, wait. Life of Dead books, and it names them off. And then he has Descent into Darkness. So he doesn't have that many books out that aren't a part of his series. But this Within the Woods was amazing. Amazing. All the way from beginning to end. My friend, I'm blanking on names at the moment. I don't know why. I think I forget my own mother's name at this moment. But my friend Purgatory Paul did not really like this book that much. I think he gave it 3 stars. We both read it at the same time. We weren't buddy reading it, but it was coincidental that we were reading it at the same time. And I think he finished it way before me, and he told me it was gross. And I guess I have a stomach of steel because this book wasn't that gross to me. But I did enjoy it a lot. And if you enjoy coming-of-age novels, then you will probably enjoy this book. At least, I hope you will. if you have a tough stomach like me, then you will definitely enjoy this book. But this was good from beginning to end, and I just overall enjoyed it a lot. And yeah, check it out, guys. Check it out. So that is it for the Taco-Bout book tag. Let me get the camera back up. I've been going on for 20 minutes now. And I kind of scooted the laptop over so you can see these are the rest of the books I have to put on my bookshelf. I've been a little lazy, but a lot of those books are for sale, so I don't really want to mix them in with the books I already own. So that's why they are there. And yeah, I named some books here, and I hope you guys enjoyed the books. I'm Spooky Noodles, and this is Spooky Noodles channel. I hope you guys are having a great day, and stuff. And yeah, I forgot how to do outros, so I apologize. Oh, I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you have a spooky night. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out, guys. Mouse isn't working. Okay, peace out, guys.
Now I am become death, the destroyer